Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the Nickel City Hockey Network. This is Game 2 of today's UNYCHL semifinal playoff matchup. We have Buffalo versus St. Bonaventure here at the Dwyer Arena at Niagara University. The winner of this game will go on to play Binghamton tomorrow, who took down Cortland earlier this evening. Once again, welcome to the Nickel City Hockey Network. We're live in the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. I'm Ryan Tantello, alongside color commentator Sean McHugh, producer Aaron Alpern, and camera operator Jeff Jezrowski. Sean, what are you looking forward to in this semifinal matchup?
Well, this is the third meeting between these two schools, and both of the first two meetings have literally gone to the wire as far as they can, as the St. Bonaventure Bonnies, the number 3 team in the national rankings, took both games in overtime. However, Ryan, to this point, all that has done means St. Bonaventure has a higher seed, they're ranked higher nationally, and they didn't have to play yesterday, but other than that, nobody cares. This is the game. Winner moves on with the date with Binghamton for the UNYCHL Division I title, and that is what I'm looking forward to today. These two great hockey teams battling it out for the opportunity to take down one of the teams that seems to always be at or around the top of this league.
Yeah, absolutely. St. Bonaventure finished 8-2 in league play, good for first in the UNYCHL West, earning them a bye last night. Buffalo had to play last night. They beat Cornell 4-1. We'll talk a little bit more about that matchup, but we'll head down to the ice for the national anthems. We are just about set to go. Once again, Buffalo taking on St. Bonaventure. The winner will face Binghamton tomorrow in the UNYCHL championship game. As I mentioned, Buffalo defeated Cornell 4-1 last night to advance to this game. Cornell shorthanded, just 13 skaters. UB goaltender Craig Coons getting the start again tonight after facing 21 shots and making 20 saves last night. According to UB head coach Cody Felser, he's going to ride Craig Coons all weekend if he can.
Not a bad strategy at all. You wonder what 3 back-to-back games is going to look like for a goaltender, but at the same time, you do want to ride the hot hand in the postseason as it's do or die. And on the other end of the ice, we have incumbent St. Bonaventure starter Kyle Karolewski coming into this game with a 7-2-1 record and a 3.14 goals against average with a very respectable 90 on the dot save percentage. So the goaltending is going to be a strength of both teams here, but both teams also are able to score here as St. Bonaventure is starting their big line of Owen Hughes, Mason Mego, and Jason Robertson. It looks like the Bulls are going to counter with Tommy McCarron on the wing, and at center is going to be Dubinsky, and then flanking him is going to be the outstanding winger Joe Labruto. So power on power to start the game, Ryan.
Yeah, lots of talent on both of these teams. We saw UB, they got off to a little bit of a slow start last night, but eventually some of their top scorers, Leon Litwin, Matt Tulo, got the team going later in the game, in the second half of the game. St. Bonaventure controlling possession, quickly turned over. Shot taken by Ben Weingart from the point. Save made by Karolewski, looking for a breakout back the other way. Owen Hughes streaking in. You talked about how dangerous he is. Here comes St. Bonaventure on the attack. The puck was loose on the goal line, waved off. I think it went through the 5-hole of Craig Coons, and nearly a 1-0 lead for Bonaventure 35 seconds in.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised Bonaventure's reaction isn't a bit harder than that. I mean, granted, the ref did his job, lost sight of the puck, but that's a goal if the ref just holds on another second. Neither team really seems to be worried about it. Those are going to line back up and keep going. But if you're Bonaventure, I mean, your first shot basically went in. So stay the course right off the bat, 30 seconds in.
I thought that had gone across too, but the whistle was blown a little bit early. Puck was sitting right there from where we were, at least. It looked like it went in. A lucky break for UB. We'll see how the rest of the opening minute goes. Already some hot action. Bulls taking it down low. Pat Brady sends it to Matt Tulo behind the net. He loses control. Bonaventure trying to break it out. Moving it up is Tyler Menz. Streaking in, the pass out of the reach. Craig Kuhn sticks it aside. We're past a minute into play. Pat Brady trying to play it to himself on the far side. Backhands it out through neutral ice. It's going to go all the way down, waved off. Picked up below his goal line by Menz. Over to Marsh. Swings it around to the near side for Kelly. Kelly bumped off by Litwin. Played up to neutral ice. Spina couldn't reel it in. Brian Hummel back for UB. Plays it off the boards. Off target for Oliver. Stepping in is Kelly. He swings it into the UB zone. Leon Litwin turns it over at the blue line. Stepping in is Kelly again. He throws it on net. Craig Coons makes the stick save. Battle in the corner.
Tyler Kelly, he is known for his pest nature of play, and Bonaventure feeds in a number 10 in the gray and brown. Watch for him. He's a pesky player, and he is not afraid to tell players what he thinks of them on the ice.
Leon Litwin with a slap shot from the point. Save made by Karaleski. Bonaventure takes back control. Connor Uhas moving through his zone. Now to neutral ice. Pass up ahead. Shot sent on. Coons makes a save. Rebound loose. Makes another pad save. Looking for the rebound was Sobko. Sobko gets it back for another shot. Another save made by Coons. He's faced a lot early.
Yeah, the Bonaventure offense is getting a lot set up in the zone right here. Nothing super high danger other than that first shot, but they're getting the looks in the slot early. Watch for UB to try and tighten and collapse a little bit because the middle of the ice is open. St. Bonaventure's going to feast right there.
Hector Vargas for the Bulls on the far side. Chips it over to the near side for McCulloch, who swings it into the zone. Karaleski out of his net. Tried to give it off to Brown, but it's turned over. McCulloch fires one through the slot. Out to Pauly at the point. Shot on net. And batted out of the zone.
Bonaventure, that's the third time I've seen them try that flip and chase play. They're really trying to utilize that speed of theirs to create transition. And big stick right there by Vargas at center ice.
In the near corner for UB. Owen Hughes digging in there for St. Bonaventure. Played out to the point. O'Donohue tried to send one through the slot. Makes its way to Coons, and he covers it up again. And we get a stoppage at 16:34 to play.
Ryan, we should probably tell our audience that the UB St. Bonaventure rivalry makes its way up here into the booth, as you are currently a UB student and I am a Bonaventure alum.
You know, I forgot to mention that, but you're right. This is the UB Bonaventure rivalry extends beyond the ice, into the stands, all the way up to the broadcast booth. And I would personally say, as a UB student, other than Niagara, Bonaventure's got to be the team we like to beat the most. It's been tough going lately, and we saw this season 2 losses for UB against this very St. Bonaventure team.
But the UB Bulls did play Bonaventure tougher than a lot of teams are able to, so I mean, definitely no arrogance on either side here. These two teams both respect each other and know that they got to play their best or they're going to be sent home early. And
we talked, I think, all weekend, yesterday and the games today, the talent in this UNYCHL league. 2 of the top 6 teams in the entire AAU on display here in this game, and a couple of other top-ranked teams going at it throughout this tournament. St. Bonaventure, the 3rd-ranked team in the country, the highest remaining seed after Niagara got knocked off yesterday here in this tournament.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were surprised to see Niagara go down, but I don't think any of these two teams minded seeing Josh Lascelles and that defending champion at 9U maybe get surprised a little bit by Cortland. So now these two teams get to focus as Binghamton is next, but right now these two teams got to worry about each other to advance to the next round, to the next game tomorrow.
St. Bonaventure again setting it up in the UB zone. Connor Uhas tried a shot at the point. It was blocked. The Bulls try and carry it up. Tommy McCarron looking for somebody to pass it to. Couldn't find anybody, and the Bonnies send it back in. Michael Cloudon's going to get there first for the Bonnies. Now in the corner, it's picked up by Tyler Menz. Throws it out in front. In the slot, shot taken, blocked by Matt Tulo. Sam Chavetta was with some space in the slot. Another shot, and they finally score. Samuel Chavetta let it go from the point, and the Bonnies strike first, 1-0.
Sam Chavetta, the St. Francis product, the Jordan Farnham development piece with the rocket. He gets a chance earlier. Puck jumped on him and he fired it up high. St. Bonaventure keeps possession down low, goes D-to-D at the blue line, and then Sam Chavetta this time keeps it knee-high through traffic. The goaltender Coons never saw it, and St. Bonaventure at the 5-minute mark takes a 1-0 lead.
And the Bonnies have really been all over the UB zone in the first 5 minutes in this game. We saw them nearly score 25 seconds in, and that one does count. It's 1-0 St. Bonaventure. The shot total in this game already 7-2 in favor of the Bonnies, and I think you're starting to see it pay off for St. Bonaventure. They are just peppering Craig Coons, and high-quality chances, good looks, clean looks.
I mean, the bye week matters, Ryan. You can see it right now. St. Bonaventure's got some fresh legs. UB might need a minute to try and get those juices flowing again because they had a hard-fought game yesterday against Cornell.
And we saw them come out flat last night against the Cornell team that I think the Bulls maybe took a little bit lightly. They were missing nearly half their roster due to a variety of reasons, injury and study abroad. We talked about it on the broadcast, Aaron and I did last night. But UB playing their second game in essentially 24 hours here. Bonaventure hasn't played since February 16th.
So they're real fresh.
The Bulls again struggling to clear their zone. It's Nick Pauly, the defenseman, tried to give it over to his D partner, Ben Weingart. Stepping in momentarily for Bonaventure was Wall. Now Zach Lekevitz. Zach Lekevitz has the puck on his stick. Now Schultz. The Bulls take it away. Leon Litwin. One-touch pass looking for Jack Everett out of his reach. And Bonaventure wins control again. They're controlling possession here early. Taken on by Brown through a couple of defenders. Makes its way to Coons, who wisely covers it up. And we have another stoppage here just over 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, great rush right there by Miles Brown. He is a very active defenseman. He can skate the puck through all three zones, and he's shifty. As UB saw, that looked like it was just one guy going in on three. He didn't create a high-danger scoring chance, but what he did do is force Coons to have to hop on that puck for an offensive zone faceoff, and St. Bonaventure's owning the dot right now.
And they just won another faceoff, but UB does win possession back. Taken into the zone. That's Velopek. Couldn't get the shot on net. Digging in the near corner. Taken away. Jack Spina, taken right back by UB. Vargas up close, he scores! The Bulls answer and tie it at 1 with 13:30.
Good forecheck pressure by the Bulls. They wreak havoc on the St. Bonaventure defense. A little bit of a taste of their own medicine, and then the puck is turned over to Vargas. He had all day and half the night. Dusts it up, puts it right under the bar over the shoulder of Karolaski, and a massive, important response for the Bulls to get one quickly before St. Bonaventure could see some momentum.
A quick answer for UB, too. Really did not allow St. Bonaventure to hold on to that momentum for very long. They only held the lead for a short amount of time. The Bulls came right back down and answered and tied it right back. Still so much time here in this first period. And it's interesting, too, a lot of these other games we've seen this weekend have been relatively low-scoring, goaltending battles. We've talked about that. This is a little bit unusual, 2 goals in the first half of the first period.
It definitely is, especially considering the 2 goaltenders in goal right here. Having said that, I'm not sure we're going to sit here and say either goalie really had much of a chance on either goal. But like you said, we're used to these goaltending duels or games that take a minute to get the first goal in the first 6 minutes and change. We've already got 2 of them, and both teams have struck in impressive fashion.
In the first 3 games of this tournament, we've seen a shutout, a 4-1 victory, and then another shutout earlier today. So this is certainly shaping up a little bit differently.
Give me some offense, Ryan. You know I'm here for it.
I couldn't agree more, Sean. These goaltenders might disagree.
That's all right. That's all right. They'll get over it.
St. Bonaventure forechecking again. It's Owen Hughes in that corner, trying to take it away from LaCursi. Now Labruto tangled up on the far side with Mego. Mego has trouble with it. Here come the Bulls. They have a rush developing. It's Labruto. He shoots, save made. Rebound, backhand attempt by Dubinsky goes wide. Bulls still have the possession in the offensive zone. Jared Martyr moving to the dot. He fires a shot. Blocker save by Karolewski. Played out to McCarron. High slot. Through traffic, Labruto settles it down. He fires one wide, now to the near side. Martyr tries to step in again to win possession, but it's taken first by Mego, and he fires it the length of the ice for an icing.
something you don't see very often. This top line of St. Bonaventure getting hemmed in a little bit. UB, for the first time this game, really doing a great job with the offense, cycling, getting shot attempts. That shot by Jared Martyr, I have no idea how that got through, and then I have no idea how Karolewski saw it, but either way, I think Karolewski heard us talking about the goaltending. He was Johnny on the spot on that series, made 2 big saves to keep this game tied, but UB seems to be getting the ice tilted in their favor for a second.
A face-off win for the Bulls. That shot fired wide by Pat Brady. Matt Tulo scoops up the rebound. Martyr still on the ice. He fires one through, makes its way all the way to the net. Karolewski makes the save, but the Bonnie's able to break the pressure for now. Martyr scoops it back up at his own blue line, fires it up to Brady. The Bulls gain the zone. Tulo with a big shot. Save made off the glove of Karolewski. Rebound loose, picked up by Brady.
Oh, take a look.
And played all the way down off the boards. Jared Martyr's going to pick it up for the Bulls. To Brian Hummel. Moving it up to Brady. Bulls on again. Shot fired on net, and another save made by Karolewski. Definitely tilting a little bit back towards the Bulls in the last couple of minutes here in the offensive zone.
Yeah, University of Buffalo has the last 6 consecutive shots on goal after that last one was slapped up and out of the play right under the retired number 6 for Redenbach, the banner up here at Dwyer Arena. So UB gets scored on first, and instead of sitting back and feeling sorry for themselves, they kind of got pumped up and started going at these Bonnies, got it tied. Now they have some possession.
Bulls win another faceoff. Ben Weingart tried to fire one on, but it goes wide, deflected off a couple of players. Nick Pauly steps in, the defenseman moving all the way down to the corner, shovels the puck down low. Penalty coming.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Shavetta going to the box. He did turn in protest. This is an opportunity for the Bulls though. Now after they've had some zone time, now they're going to get a power play and a chance to take the lead. As Sam Shavetta does not agree with this call at all.
And you're right, after getting off to a slow start, Bonaventure had the momentum early, but now the Bulls have actually retaken the shot advantage 9-8. They tied the game a few moments ago, and now taking the offensive zone face-off. 2-minute power play coming up. See if the Bulls can't take their first lead. Alec Dubinsky down low on this UB power play unit. To the far point, off the boards on the near side to Labruto on the wing. Labruto down low. Pauly the defenseman to Weingart. Back to Labruto, out top again. Shot taken, and they score! UB takes the lead 24 seconds into the power play.
And it was power play precision by the UB Bulls as they were going up top, down low, and then they crossed the pass, and Tommy McCarron hits the one-timer. I'm not sure if that hit a Bonnie or a Bull in front of the net, but it doesn't matter. It changed direction right on top of the blue paint, got over the glove hand of Karolewski, and the Bulls take quick advantage of the power play, and it's now a 2-1 UB lead. And yeah, Ryan, the goals, here they come. 3 goals in the first half of the first period.
Yeah, the offensive showcase that has been lacking so far this weekend. We finally got the high-scoring game that we haven't seen. 3 goals already in this first period, and still almost 11 minutes to play. And power play goal for UB. The penalty ended up being costly for St. Bonaventure. And that's an area that many teams in this league, I think, struggle with a little bit, taking penalties, putting themselves in tough spots.
They can come quickly as a result of frustration or just undiscipline or what have you. But yes, teams, they get into penalty trouble. And it's something both of these teams have to watch, because both of these teams have power plays that can absolutely sink you if you give them any opportunity, much less many of them.
After that icing call, it's going to come back down to the UB end. Bonaventure trying to reestablish control of this game after 2 unanswered UB goals. Retreating is Marsh. Plays it off the boards to O'Donohue. Up the near side. Tapped through neutral ice by Menz. The Bulls win it back at their own blue line. Played off the boards. Collision with Marsh on the far side. Marsh and Everett.
That looked bad, but both players get off, so that's good to see. You saw Marsh bend backwards. Hold your breath whenever you see that happen.
After that collision, Everett wins control. He tries to carry it in. A couple of bodies down low. Marsh and Everett still going at it down there, both okay. Leon Litwin at the point, fires one through some traffic. That puck took another strange bounce, and Karolewski was able to bat it aside, but he's seen some tough looks so far in this game. Shoveled into the UB zone by David O'Donohue. The Bulls take it back below their goal line, move it up the far side. Batted out of the air by Owen Hughes. Bulls get it back. It's Leon Litwin in the circle. Fires a shot right into the chest of Karolewski, and he makes another save.
Litwin showing some great patience right there, holds the shot stance, gets the defenseman to move just a little bit to his left, and then he lets a low shot go waist high at Karolewski, trying to handcuff him for a rebound. Karolewski squeezes the glove between the pad and holds on, as the Bulls making a concerted effort to get bodies to the net every time they have the puck down below the blue line. They're trying to get in the sight of the goaltender Karolewski and make it miserable on him, and it has worked so far.
Bonaventure into the UB zone once again. That was Mego batting it around. Jared Martyr steps in, but control is won by Owen Hughes. Hughes out top. Juhas shovels it down low. Battle in the corner. Martyr and Robertson. Martyr has it for now. Tries to move it up the far side. Backhand off the glass. Settled down at the red line by Chavetta. Control won by McCulloch. He fires a shot, and a glove save made by Karolewski.
Yeah, definitely UB. They've really upped the tempo. They're up since the St. Bonaventure goal. They are leading in shots 9-2, and that's over a span of just a little less than 7 minutes. So that goal by Chavetta, which was an absolute rocket, was definitely a whiff of smelling salts for the Bulls, as their skating just came on after that. Maybe getting punched in the jaw was what they needed to wake themselves up.
I think we saw that a little bit last night, too. UB fell behind 1-0 to Cornell early in that game. You know, a goal that I don't think many people were expecting to a Cornell team that was missing so many players.
And the way it happened on top of that.
Exactly. An unlucky bounce off a UB player in front of Craig Coons. The Bulls came out after that intermission and played a different type of game.
You're telling me 29 shots in that second period. And they didn't get their first goal in that period until late in the period. Then they just went on a run.
Here comes St. Bonaventure trying to move it to the slot. Kernitz couldn't get it in front of Coons. It's played out, and the Bulls take possession in neutral ice. It's Matt Tulo, had 2 goals last night, 2 huge goals. The Energizer Bunny for this UB team. He wraps it around, tries to throw it in front.
I love that, the Energizer Bunny.
Picked off by Sobko and sent the length of the ice. Waved off. Ben Weingart's going to get there. Pressure put on him by Wall. Pat Brady. Long breakout pass, settled down by Brown for Bonaventure. Plays it back to Kelly. Stretch pass, that time intercepted by UB. Labruto took it on. The Bulls were onside, just barely.
Spina. Spina was mad right there, and he just drops Labruto with a beautifully clean hit right there. Let's see if that shakes things up.
Labruto with a shot. What a snag by Karolewski. Joe Labruto had a high-quality chance in front. Had a steam trail on it, but Karolewski nabbed it.
There was some arrogance behind that save, too, as he caught that, and he just quickly threw it back out, like, get that out of here. Not only was that a hard shot, that is one of the worst players in the UNYCHL to leave in that spot. Karolewski with a big save, but I think Ryan. Oh, 2-1, Ryan.
Bonaventure back the other way. Shot taken. Coons makes a save. Clouden was there for the rebound, but couldn't settle it down.
Schlager made the right play, shoot from the pad in the rebound. Let's see if UB counters here.
Bulls have possession in the offensive zone. Weingart sends one on net, and another save made by Karolewski. The pace of this game really on display early. 22 shots combined between these two teams.
These are two teams that can really skate in transition and skate with the puck. So the track meet style, both teams love playing it, but they also want to make sure they don't get caught by the other team. So the game of chess, as well as going strength on strength, is just adding more intrigue to this matchup.
The Bulls win the faceoff, but it's taken right back. Pass ahead looking for Clouden out of his reach, but he's putting forecheck pressure on. UB trying to clear it out in front of their bench. They do. Up ahead to Leon Litwin on the near side. He's got a little bit of room. Into the zone, fires a shot. It's blocked well by O'Donohue. Litwin chasing the loose puck down below the net. It's control won by Oliver, the wraparound chance saved. Out to the point for a shot. The rebound. Oliver was there on the back door, but couldn't get it off. Bulls still have possession in the zone. Everett tried to carry it in. Off the boards in front of St. Bonaventure's bench. And now UB trying to reset. Fired in by Belt off the boards. Scooped up by Marsh. Bonaventure plays it out. That was Menz chasing it down with some speed in the neutral zone. Schiltz putting a lot of pressure on in the UB zone. The Bulls trying to move it up. A pass intended for Litwin under his stick, and the Bulls ice the puck.
And finally, the St. Bonaventure is going to get a chance to get some zone time back in the Bulls' end here with 6:02 to go in the opening period. And this is, again, the speed of this game and the shooting and the offense is here. Now, UB, they're doing a great job getting golden opportunities, but know who you're facing. You don't want to let many more of these opportunities go by the wayside. You got to bury these, but again, you continue the course and get these chances because they're there for the Bulls right now.
After the face-off win for Bonaventure, Juhas took a shot from the point. Coons made the glove save. Bonaventure still putting some pressure on in the zone. That's Kalakevitz in the corner, battling with a couple of Bulls. Played out to the corner with some room, out to Juhas at the point. He fires one through traffic. Save made, rebound loose, goes wide. Good look for Bonaventure there, knocking on the door. Juhas again at the point, fires one through traffic again. That time the save made with the blocker of Coons. Kernitz battling for Bonaventure in the corner. Litwin tries to play it out. He gets it past the stick of Juhas to the neutral zone, and the Bulls get a change after an extended possession for the Bonnies. From neutral ice, it's fired on net by Shavetta. Approaching 5 minutes left to play in this fast-paced first period. McCulloch on the near boards, fires it ahead to Vargas. Vargas picks it up. Light backhand, looking for the net. McCulloch scoops up the loose puck, fires it wide. Velopek now out to Martyr at the point. Fires one through traffic, it goes wide again. Had Vargas in front. Kalakevitz unable to clear the puck, but Bonaventure moves it up the near side now. It's Brown scooping it up, gains the UB zone, moves down low. Brown wraps around, now to the circle, looking for a shot. It's blocked, puck loose in front of Coons. Bulls trying to settle it down. Bonaventure gets there first. Shot taken by Mego. Below the goal line, Owen Hughes looking for Mego streaking in. Battle for the loose puck.
Ooh, let's see.
Hit into the boards. No call there. I think Bonaventure was looking for one.
They definitely were looking for one. I was wondering. I could have gone either way.
Robertson now tries to take a shot. It's blocked by Hummel, sprawling out to get in front of that one. The Bulls win control. Here's Hector Vargas. Couldn't get by the Bonaventure defender at neutral ice. That was Marsh at the logo. And back the other way come the Bonnies. Brady picks it up, scoops it ahead. Hector Vargas taps it into the zone. Inside of 4 minutes now, Matt Tulo charging in.
Kind of just shrugged Tyler Kelly aside and went in on the forecheck.
Down low, it's O'Donohue for Bonaventure. Now up the far side. Chipped up to neutral ice. Settled down for the Bulls by Weingart. He fires it in. Karaleski came out of his net to settle it down. Tulo trying to force the turnover. It's played to the near side for O'Donohue. He carries it up, chips it ahead to Kelly. Bonnie's trying to break out. Up ahead to Spina. He chips it into the UB zone now, where Nick Pauley, the defenseman, is back for the Bulls. Stepping in is Spina. Below the net, battling with Pauley. Spina tried to throw it in front. It's loose on Coons' glove side. Along the goal line, now tapped out top to the point. Big shot blocked at the point. Marsh tried to let one go, but couldn't get it through, and the Bulls take possession inside of 3 minutes. Brady up ahead. Labruto was there, but out of his reach. Shavetta takes it instead. Leaves it behind for Kelly. Kelly pushes Dubinsky right into the boards. Get off me.
Reverse hit, gotta love it, but UB keeps possession.
This is a dangerous player, Tommy McCarron. In the slot, he fires one. Karaleski makes the save and covers up the loose puck.
As there's, Tyler Kelly and Dubinsky were going at each other right there. There was a really good, clean battle down low. UB ends up winning the puck battle on the forecheck. And then one of the goal scorers, Tommy McCarron, gets a good shot, and Karaleski through traffic again. UB has been doing a great job of that, getting multiple bodies to the front of the net. Karaleski's got to see the puck through a maze. He was able to do it right there.
Shot total now 15-15 here in this first period. Still 2.5 minutes to play.
Oh, we're on pace for a 100-shot game, Ryan.
I wouldn't complain about that.
Nor would anybody watching this game. Coaches would be mad, but that's all right.
Clouden moving in for Bonaventure, tried to throw it to the slot. He had Menz there, but it's picked off instead by the Bulls. Tapped into the zone by LaCursi.
He got away with that somehow.
Icing waved off. Along the red line. Puck ping-ponging around. Really, the possession in this game has been really quickly back and forth, especially in the neutral zone. Both teams struggling to settle the puck down and move it ahead. Dubinsky tried to shovel it in, but he gets tapped into the boards by Brown. Here's Brown with the puck inside of 100 seconds in this first period. Brown has a little bit of room, but couldn't reel it in and get the shot off. Penrose was there defending. Mego fires it wide. And the Bulls pick it up. Taken right back by Mego. Takes the play onside. Along the blue line. Now down low to Hughes. Throws it in front. Dangerous puck there, but Oliver scoops it up first. Played out again. 1 minute to go in this first period. UB hanging on to a 2-1 lead after 2 unanswered goals. Leon Litwin had a lot of space in neutral ice. Could have taken that on if he reeled it in. A little bit out of his reach. And the Bonnies now try and play it up. They have trouble with it. Robertson couldn't take that puck in along the red line.
And UB's getting another power play. Mason Mego's going to go. He's going to get nothing elbowing, nothing definitely incidental. Mego definitely checking on the play to make sure he's all right. Just kind of unfortunate luck there for Mego, but be that as it may, the call was made. And UB's going to get an opportunity to do the thing that you never want to allow if you're St. Bonaventure, a last-minute goal of the period.
Yeah, with 36 seconds left, plenty of time for UB to attempt to set up that power play. On the last power play opportunity they had, their second goal, they scored within one possession of earning that power play opportunity. So watch out off this face-off.
Same group.
See what the Bulls do.
Same group, and the most recent goal scorers taking the face-off.
Tulo wins it out. Belt on the near side. He carries it to the corner inside of 30 seconds. Far side, Tulo, back down low. Bulls taking their time, cycling the puck. Now out top for LaCursi, tries to fire one, it goes wide. Brady scoops up the puck off the boards, tries to throw it to a streaking Tulo. He tries the wraparound, a nice save made by Karaleski. Still loose, 7 seconds. LaCursi gets it back, he fires a shot, another save made, puck loose in the crease, covered up. The Bulls are celebrating, but no goal.
Whistle went before, so just like very similar to the first play of the game for Bonaventure. The puck did get loose, but the ref blew it dead before he was able to call it a goal. Without the benefit of overhead camera, even though we do have by far the greatest cameraman to ever exist, he's limited to our location. So we are never going to know if that actually crossed the line. The officials made the call, and it's going to remain a 2-1 Bulls lead with just 1.9 seconds to go.
Just 2 seconds left to play in this first period. We'll let you know that this broadcast is made possible by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility, locations downtown and in Orchard Park. This will be the last face-off of period 1, barring some unusual circumstance.
If they ever drop the puck. I mean, UB was Kadarius Tonying themselves right here, and they were 10 feet offside, so it makes sense.
Nobody able to win clean possession.
I'm still salty, Ryan.
And the period expires with the UB Bulls ahead 2-1. St. Bonaventure took the lead at first. Chavetta with a hard slap shot from the point, but 2 unanswered goals by Hector Vargas and then Tommy McCarron on the power play leaves us where we are 2-1. Shot 17-16 in favor of the Bulls, and UB will have a 1 minute and 24-second power play to start off the second period, Sean.
And it was a great period from the Bulls after not a great start for them, as Bonaventure probably could have scored after the first 30 seconds. We'll never know there. Didn't really bother Bonaventure too much. They came down and got a quick one and got the 1-0 lead, and then UB, it could have gone one way or the other. UB decided to do it the right way, and they got woken up by that goal, got 2 of their own in short span. Then the play was even, sometime in the Bonaventure zone, sometime in the UB zone, and then an unfortunate penalty taken by Mason Mego, as Jordan Farnham is still giving it to the officials over that on his way off the ice, but does not matter at this point, as St. Bonaventure will have to kill a minute 24 seconds of a penalty of fresh ice coming out of the Zamboni after the intermission.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere for this UNYCHL semifinal matchup between UB and St. Bonaventure here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. The winner of this game advances to play Binghamton tomorrow. Join us in about 10 minutes for the second period. Stay tuned.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Welcome back to the Nickel City Hockey Network. Hockey fans, this is period 2 of the UNYCHL semifinal matchup between the University at Buffalo and St. Bonaventure. Once again, the winner of this game will advance to tomorrow's championship game to take on Binghamton. After 20 minutes of play, UB leads Bonaventure 2-1, and the Bulls have 1 minute and 20 seconds on a power play to start this period.
Definitely want to utilize the fresh ice with the power play time you're going to have. But right now, St. UB is having a real hard time getting some possession of the puck.
20 seconds into the period, Buffalo finally has solid control, but Labruto had trouble with it on that fresh ice, turns it over in the slot, shot taken by Sobko. Craig Coons makes his first save of the second period. Labruto gets it back and carries it into the zone. 50 seconds left on the power play for Buffalo. They scored on their first power play opportunity. Tommy McCarron got that goal across. That's the one that gave UB their current lead. Now 40 seconds on the man advantage. Buffalo cycling the puck. Again, fresh ice, I think, coming into play. That pass did not get down to the corner as quickly as the Bulls wanted it to. On the far side now, Nick Pauly below the goal line, out top to the near side for McCarron. Scored on that last power play. Fires it wide that time. Now Ben Weingart along the blue line. Labruto quickly back out to Weingart. Labruto again throws it to the slot, off target, and sent the length of the ice. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Bulls.
Man, that ice is not drying, and UB is definitely having some difficulty moving it. Just something you got to deal with, but here comes some speed.
Back to even strength, and a shot fired over the head of Bonaventure netminder Kyle Karaleski. 18:26 to play in the second period. The Bulls now 1 for 2 on power plays in this game. Scooped up for St. Bonaventure by Aiden Jones, up to Michael Robinson, now cross ice. Shoveled into the zone by Mitchell Marsh. Bonnie's turn it over. Here comes Matt Tulo. Tulo moving in, tries a shot up close, and what a pad save by Karaleski. The net came off. Tulo had a golden opportunity there, but great save.
Yeah, David O'Donohue blows a tire, and Matt Tulo senses that and just kicks it into gear and goes right down the right wing. Great power move, and Karaleski gets post to post. Strong leg down on the paddle. Not only does he make the save, but he kicks the rebound out as the net comes off, because there were some UB Bulls forwards looking to clean up the rebound, and Karaleski kicked it out of harm's way before the net came off the pegs.
The faceoff will come into the St. Bonaventure zone. The Bulls win the draw. Tulo gets it right back, tried to throw it out in front, but it's off target. He intercepts that pass out of the air, somehow keeps it in the offensive zone. Matt Tulo carries it down low, tried to throw it in front for Dylan Felser, batted out, and then the shot taken from the circle. Couldn't get through. Here comes Bonaventure back the other way, a 2-on-1 moving in. It's Owen Hughes, tried to give it to the near side.
I think the defender got a stick on that to break up the pass.
Looking for Robertson. Robertson has it now, tried to throw it in front, bounced off a couple of players, played to the near side. Robertson gets it back, sends it to the corner. Felser's there for the Bulls. He tries to play it out, kept in at the point. Mego steps in, and the puck bounced off a couple of players out of play that time.
Great job killing by St. Bonaventure. They really didn't allow much of a high danger opportunity other than the power move rush by Tulo on the defenseman falling down. And then St. Bonaventure quickly gets back down into the Bulls' end as they are trailing, looking to get this game tied now that they're at even strength.
So the faceoff will come in the UB zone to the stick side of Craig Coons. Tied up initially. The Bulls try and play it out to the point, but it's sent through the slot, intercepted by Brian Hummel. And now Hummel plays the loose puck up to Jack Everett. Through neutral ice. Bonnies get there first. Mitchell Marsh carries it down low. 3 minutes gone in period 2. Marsh with a lot of room. Right down Main Street. Gains the zone. Tried to get around a defender. Loses the puck in the corner. Jared Martyrs there for UB. Sends it out to the point. Another Bonaventure player blows a tire at the point. That was Menz. But the Bonnies still have possession. Shot taken by Clouden. And Craig Coons makes another save.
And Coons pinching the glove up against his side to make sure the puck doesn't A, squeak through, B, drop in front of him for a rebound. But St. Bonaventure now looking to get a little bit of possession here, try to push the pace of play, get this game tied. UB looking to get some work done 5-on-5. They really can't be thrilled with that power play, so got to try and get back into the Bonaventure zone.
Face-off won by UB, flipped out of the zone by Nick Pauly. Scooped up in his own end by Connor Uhas. Bonnie's move it up. It's Spina into the zone. Weingart had a little trouble with it, but plays it off the boards in front of the Bonaventure bench. Loose in neutral ice. Paulie's there to battle with Kelly. He sends it up ahead. Will Bevenou had some trouble with it. Kelly couldn't bat it out of the air. Now Nick Paulie picks it up, sends it to the far corner. Uhas is there for Bonaventure. He sends it up to Spina. Spina settles it down and carries it to the near side. He's going to dump it in and chase. Kelly's going to get there for St. Bonaventure. He ties up Weingart, but it's played out. The Bulls have some room. It's Will Bevenou moving in. Buffalo gets a couple of changes behind the play. Bevenou has it taken away. LaCursey at the UB blue line to the far side. Sticked aside by Karaleski. And the Bonnies scoop it up and will attempt to break out. Long exit pass, just out of the reach of Chakowski. LaCursey in the corner. Bonaventure gets a change now. Long pass to the Bonaventure blue line for Joe Labruto. He leaves it behind for Matt McCulloch, who dumps it in and heads to the bench. This back and forth pace of play that we saw in the first period continuing in the first 5 minutes of this second period. Both teams playing with a lot of speed, Sean.
Yeah, this is something both of these teams want to utilize as often as possible, their speed. But the problem is it's not often that these two teams are matched with the speed by their counterparts, so it's a game of chess here. Here's a turnover.
Nearly a dangerous look for Schiltz.
Oh, they got him.
And after he had the puck taken away,
interference, excuse me.
So that's Dubinsky heading to the box for UB, and now the Bonaventure Bonnies will head to the power play for the first time in this game.
And this is a dangerous power play, so UB is going to have their work cut out for them to make sure that they keep this lead, as St. Bonaventure, not going to say he has taken control, but they have played the better part of the 5-on-5 here in the second period, albeit it's early in the UB zone.
Yeah, Bonaventure got off to a good start in that period by killing the UB power play. And now Bonaventure gets a power play of their own, see if they can't swing the momentum back their way. A goal here would tie the game. Robertson in the corner. He's got lots of time. Now out top for Mego. High slot Brown. Far side, Hughes. Backhand out to the top for Brown. He moves to the middle, fires a shot and scores! Brown ties it at 2 on the power play.
That is a carbon copy of the first goal, Ryan, as it is Brown, the smooth skating, shifty defenseman, usually can be seen carrying the puck. This time, great patience at the point. Lets another, it's not the big slap shot, it's the well-placed wrist shot with enough velocity to get through traffic. Again, for the second time, I don't think Coons even saw the shot as it finds its way through traffic unscathed. And the big defenseman Brown, Miles Brown, gets his 4th of the season on the power play.
Both teams now have 1 goal even strength and 1 goal on the power play. That time the Bonnies with the man advantage, tying the game at 2 after UB held the lead for about half of that first period. Buffalo back to even strength. Shot blocked. Bonnies come back the other way. All the momentum in their favor now.
Yep.
Men's taken down as he entered the zone. And another infraction against the Bulls. Interference again.
And again, it's the speed of St. Bonaventure cutting through the neutral zone, and Menz looks to push through. UB defenseman kind of caught in no man's land. I don't really know what he can do right there, but he did get his hip on the leg of Tyler Menz. This ref, he is real quick to call stuff like that, and you really should not argue with him. He doesn't like that either, so Menz drawing the penalty on some great work through the neutral zone, and now St. Bonaventure's got a chance to rip this lead back after they just scored on the power play.
20 seconds after scoring a power play goal, St. Bonaventure is back with the man advantage. Nick Paulie hit with the penalty for UB. Brown still on the ice. He scored that most recent goal. Owen Hughes has it now on the far side. Owen Hughes. Plenty of room. Back out top for Brown. That's where he just scored from. Sends it to Mego on the near side. Mego moves to the slot. He fires a shot. Coons makes a save. It was loose in front. Second chance opportunity fired on by Hughes, and Coons makes the save. Buffalo unable to clear. Brown with the puck on his stick, moves out top.
Man, that edge work by Brown is something.
Mego, shot blocked. Blake Belt in the corner for the Bulls, trying to clear the puck. Robertson wins it out top for Mego to the far side. Hughes moving in close, fires a shot off the post.
Yeah, Hughes smoked the post right there. That puck was moving.
Hughes gets it back again from that same spot. He fires a shot. Coons makes a save. He froze. He wasn't quite sure where that puck was. Buffalo trying to get the clear. Intercepted at the point by Bonaventure. Halfway through this power play. Robertson to Brown. Mego with a slap shot. Save made by Coons. Played out to the point again. Brown kept it in. He's hit from behind. Another penalty. That's going to go against Leon Litwin for Buffalo. And a dangerous
Robertson shouldn't be
chance.
doing that. Oh, they got him.
Oh.
Robertson, if they got Robertson, that is an absolutely brutal penalty for him to take right there.
Looks
There's
like
that Ben Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky going to the penalty box.
Oh, man.
Along with Litwin. So an opportunity for a 5-on-3 potentially negated by St. Bonaventure retaliating after the whistle.
Cannot have that, Ryan. You just can't do that. Your team's about to go 5-on-3 for 47 seconds, and that is an eternity to play on a 5-on-3. Very, very poor discipline by St. Bonaventure. Coach Jordan Farnham cannot be happy about that. St. Bonaventure stays on the power play, but they blow a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't expect to see that again. That's uncharacteristic of this team, but man.
Yeah, an
tough.
opportunity potentially to blow this game wide open if St. Bonaventure had an extended 5-on-3. We saw how effective their power play was the first time. They have been controlling possession for the entirety of the first half and 13 seconds of this power play. And the 5-on-3 could have been deadly for UB. Now the officials sorting out the call. But definitely the hit from behind by Litwin was the initial call, and then Tchaikovsky after the play.
There's no way they can argue Tchaikovsky should not be in the box right now. I mean, everybody in the building saw him slew foot the player as he was on his way to the box. Leon Litwin, that is.
So it'll stay 5-on-4 for St. Bonaventure. 47 seconds on the power play, 12:52 in the period. Bonnies win the neutral zone draw. Over to Aiden Jones. Carried in by Michael Clouden. He chips it in. Brian Humble's the first one there for UB. Couldn't get control of it. Bonnies win possession. Out to the point. Kept in by Jones. He plays it back down low.
Schlager's stick just got, Phantom menaced up to the ceiling right there. Yeah.
Thanks to that, the Bulls were able to get the clear the length of the ice. And Bonaventure just has 15 seconds now. They turn it over. Tommy McCarron taking on 3 Bonaventure players, just trying to keep possession here.
Oh, McCarron saw the hit from Schlager coming, delivered a reverse hit, and then let him know. Oh, now they're going at each other.
And the play stops again.
They got to get them both here. This is going to escalate. The ref has to get them both. Wait.
McCarron certainly is going to get hit.
Are they going to get Schlager? Doesn't look like it. Wait.
McCarron's going to the box.
For elbowing. And Schlager's going to the bench, so they just got one. So 2 in a span of about 3 minutes. Some not great discipline coming from both sides here, and that's not something you see from either of these teams very often.
Well, Tommy McCarron, 34 penalty minutes on the season for UB, second only to Brian O'Shea on the UB Bulls squad. And as the penalty, within the second of the previous penalty expired, the Bulls would have been back to even strength. They take another one, and Bonaventure now has their 3rd power play opportunity of this second period.
And here's the thing, Ryan. I mean, not everybody on your roster kills penalties, so you're going to rely on a group of your players to kill this again. So you really don't want to put too much stress on your forwards and your D-men strictly killing penalties as we're approaching the halfway point of the second period, especially with an offense that can cycle and get the puck to the net with traffic as Bonaventure can. UB's got to tighten up with the discipline here. They cannot keep cutting rush to the box. That is a death sentence against St. Bonaventure.
And the Bonnies are going to get the draw in the offensive zone again. The Bulls tried to get the clear, but it ended up in their own bench, so Robertson's going to take on Tulo for the draw. They both tumble to the ground. Tulo tries to play it out to the point. Loose puck batted to the near side. Here comes Matt Tulo on the penalty kill. He's got some room. Moving in close, he fires a shot.
Man, that kid can skate, Ryan.
Karolewski made the save. Matt Tulo, penalty-killing menace for this UB team. And you saw him there trying to take the short-handed rush.
I mean, look, he just Not only does he skate fast, like you could just feel it when he's on the ice. He can move and he's powerful.
Bonaventure gains the zone again. It's Robertson to Mego. Mego swings it around the boards. Sobko up the far side.
This could be trouble here.
Here comes UB. Bevenu, shorthanded, takes it in. The Bulls get their second PK unit out there. They carry it on. Pat Brady off the bench. Halfway through this Bonaventure power play.
That on-puck defense by Miles Brown, that might not have looked as impressive as it was on the screen, but the footwork to be able to stay in stride with the man, hit the brakes, cross over, get the puck off him without holding him, and then getting it out in one motion. I'm not trying to coach speak anybody, but that was a very impressive bit of footwork there by Miles Brown, and I cannot sit here and allow that to not go noticed, because that is some edge work right there that not a lot of hockey players have.
We have a Miles Brown fan up here in the booth.
Ask the legendary Aaron Alpern, who's producing us. When I like a defenseman, I really like a defenseman.
And he's been having a great game, especially in this second period. Of course, we already talked about that game-tying goal, and clearly a factor on this power play unit for St. Bonaventure. 28 seconds to go in the man advantage. They gain the zone. Clouden off the boards down low, looking for Schlager. Couldn't reel it in. The Bulls come back shorthanded again. 20 seconds on the penalty. Hunter Oliver has it taken away by Aiden Jones, skating backwards. Nice stick there. Oliver going to battle along the boards. Stepping in to try and play it in was Belt. Couldn't do so, but then Tucker Velopek, the reinforcement, sends it down low, and that should just about do it on the McCarran penalty.
UB comes out of there unscathed. That's great work by them to come out of there without anything. Now they got to do some work at 5-on-5.
Back-to-back penalty kills for the Bulls. Keep the game tied at 2, and we are past the halfway point in this game. St. Bonaventure still putting pressure in the zone. Kernitz trying to get there, but it's played to the near side. LaCursi up ahead through the legs of Velopek. Intercepted.
Jumped on him.
By Wall. Wall battling with LaCursi. Bonaventure wins control. Marsh out top to the far point for O'Donohue. His shot blocked by McCulloch. Kernitz and Vargas collide on the far side. Now Wall in the corner. Velopek tries to shovel it out top. Marsh sends a shot on net, and Coons makes the save and covers it up.
And Craig Coons, he has been asked to do an awful lot here in the second period, all things considered, as we just passed the halfway point. And the only goal he's allowed is one I don't think he ever saw the puck until it was behind him. So the work is being done by the UB netminder, which is something nobody should be surprised of, as this is what has been asked of him pretty much all year when he's been playing. But the work is not going to get any easier for him, and now the Bulls have to try to work for some offense to get their lead back, as Bonaventure, I think it goes without saying, has had the edge so far in this period.
Bonaventure has certainly controlled the first 11 minutes of this second period. Here they come again in the offensive zone. It's Zach Lukevich now for a shot out top taken by O'Donohue. He fires it wide.
Zach Lukevich is a big body. That was a big ad for St. Bonaventure in the second semester. He is a big, strong, heavy skating player, and he just makes life miserable for you below the goal line when he throws his shoulder into you, because I feel it up here when he's hitting somebody.
You can hear practically the whole building shake when some of these players hit each other.
Here he comes.
Here he is.
Let's see if he winds it up here. Nope.
Opts to leave it off. Zach Lukevich does. Bonaventure trying to break it out. O'Donohue fires one through neutral ice. That's picked off at the blue line by Martyr. McCarran blown up at the blue line. And a little bit after by Marsh. Penrose now fires it into the offensive zone for the Bulls. UB trying to set up some offense for the first time in a while after being shorthanded the majority of this period so far. 3 UB penalties in the first 12 minutes of this second period. St. Bonaventure trying to play it out. Penrose at the point. Swings it back down low. Marsh below the goal line, has some room. Plays it off the back of the net. Nifty move there to win possession and move up the far side.
Yeah, Mitchell Marsh can do that. He is real shifty with the hands. He can play hockey in a phone booth right there. No surprise seeing number 7 for St. Bonaventure, dipsy doodling around another forechecker.
Outlet pass allowed UB to gain the zone, but miscue on offense leads to Kelly chasing it down for St. Bonaventure.
That was
tangled
a great
up with
play
Martyr
by Jared Martyr, because if Kelly jumps him, he's in alone, and he's dangerous with the puck. We've seen a lot of Tyler Kelly here on Nickel City Hockey Network. He is a ferocious competitor right here.
And there he is again, picking up the loose puck, firing a shot on net. Coons makes the save. Bonaventure setting it up down low. Shavetta scored that first goal. What a pass! Kelly taps it home back door, and Bonaventure takes a 3-2 lead.
There's the aforementioned Tyler Kelly sticking his nose in the hard areas, and Sam Shavetta, everybody and their mother thought he was shooting that puck. Everybody closes the lane in a perfect shot pass to Tyler Kelly, tips it in, and then makes sure Craig Coons is very aware that it was Tyler Kelly, the former Orchard Park superstar, burying it home and giving St. Bonaventure their lead back.
And you practically spoke it into existence, Sean. He was everywhere on that possession for St. Bonaventure, Kelly was. And then Shavetta got the puck. I thought he was going to shoot because he scored that first goal from a similar angle. I think everybody on UB thought the same thing and said he sent it back door and an easy tap home goal for Kelly, and St. Bonaventure takes the lead 3-2.
Tyler Kelly is a beautiful example of the Brad Marchand archetype. No, I am not insulting him. He is the kind of player, when you're playing against him, you cannot stand the sight of him. But when he's on your team, he is your best friend because he will go at anybody. He will finish his hits. He'll put up the points. He will defend you. And he will add some swagger to your lineup. He does not lack confidence, nor should he.
So now 2 unanswered goals in this period for St. Bonaventure. They take their first lead since they went ahead 1-0 early. 6.5 minutes to go in this second period, and I think this heavyweight battle that we expected has been shaping up.
Speaking of Orchard Park superstars, here's Michael Robertson leading the forecheck for St. Bonaventure as the big line for the Bonnies is out here trying to really blow this thing open.
And Robertson, you've spoken into existence again. Pass over. Nice save made by Coons. That was Marsh up close.
Those are 2 players that you do not want to give that opportunity again. If you hear Robertson to Hughes, that usually ends up in the back of the net. Great save there by Coons, keeping it a 3-2 Bonaventure lead.
And Bonaventure just riding the momentum all period here.
Refs in the way again. Seen that about 4 times today.
Dangerous play, nearly turned over in the offensive zone. It is a turnover. Bonaventure on the attack again. That was Menz moving in, but Oliver takes it back for the Bulls. Unable to gain the zone. Menz is all over it. Here he comes with the puck. Menz moving in for a shot.
Man, Tyler Menz is a great hockey player, but whatever he put in his Wheaties this morning for breakfast, it is working for him. I don't know if he's going to get endorsed by Prime Energy or something, but that kid's legs are on another level today. He's reading plays. His stick is active, and that first step is just leaving people in the dust as there's just a trail of fire behind him every time he takes off and goes down the wing.
This whole Bonaventure team really, especially in this second period, playing with an unreal pace. I think, Aaron, you used the word frenetic in that first period, and St. Bonaventure has certainly lived up to that.
I think you used that word.
Aaron used that word. He wrote it down.
Nope. He's producing. Nope, that was you.
Here come the Bonnies again, trying to move through center ice. It's dumped in by Sobko. And chasing it down is Brown.
Oof.
He gets hit hard off the puck. And then Belt delivers another hit after he let the puck go. Sobko covered with snow and ice, trying to get off the ice. LaCursey has some trouble with it. Gives it to Velopek. Tries to play it up ahead. Battle for possession along the red line. Aiden Jones. Physicality, winning control. And then moving up ahead was Kelly, and he got hooked, I believe.
Oh, he does that. He makes you real mad, and then he gets you to take a penalty.
Yeah, Kelly had control in neutral ice, and then I believe he got hooked from behind.
And then his boy Ryan LaCursey Brandon LaCursey, excuse me, former teammate from Orchard Park, definitely giving him the business because, Brandon's been on the other side where he sees Tyler Kelly benefiting his team, but I feel like it's a little bit less fun when he gets one of your guys to take the bait and take a penalty because he, like I said, the Brad Marchand archetype. He'll make you mad, he'll get you to do something, and he'll sell it to the refs, and that's why his teammates love him when he's on the ice.
Yeah, that's a perfect comparison, really, because you can't ignore him when he's on the ice. He's going to get under your skin, and in that case, draw a penalty against UB.
Except for I have yet to see him lick somebody's face mask. I don't think he's going to do that, but he might.
Well, Nickel City Hockey Network would break the internet if that happened.
I'm taking credit for it, and nobody else is getting any if he does. I'm totally not about to go into the locker room and tell them to do it after the intermission either.
St. Bonaventure now setting up their 4th power play of this period. Mego carrying it in the offensive zone. He's bumped off by Matt Tulo for UB. Played up ahead for the Bulls. They have a shorthanded rush developing. Here's Alec Dubinsky on the near dot. Settles it down. Shot goes through the crease to Martyr at the point. He gets hit.
He got smoked by Aiden Jones right there.
1 minute and 10 seconds to go on this power play for St. Bonaventure. Here's Owen Hughes. Gains the line. Dumps it around. Martyr maybe avoiding the contact a little bit that time. And the Bulls able to play it out up the near boards all the way down inside of 1 minute to go on this power play.
Quick moving period here too. There hasn't been a lot of whistles other than the penalties. Been a lot of action. So definitely here for this. Hope this keeps up going forward as St. Bonaventure leads the rush here with Spina.
Bonnie's over the line. Dumped down low. Chakowski to Menz. Out top, Brown. So dangerous up there. Menz, far side, one-time shot off the side of the net, or maybe Coons made the save. Either way, it's loose behind the net. 3 minutes to go in the period, 23 seconds on the Bonaventure power play. It's played up, chipped out by the Bulls. Brady able to kill some time.
And there's Tyler Menz, just a stone wall at that point, making sure nothing gets by him, as it looks like Pat Brady was looking to chip one by him for a short-handed opportunity. Ooh, Brown, he was in trouble right there. I don't know how he got rid of that puck, but he did.
Brown had 2 UB players trying to steal that possession away from him. Able to enter the zone. Back to even strength, but here comes Bonaventure again on the attack. A nifty tap on net taken by Schlager, but Coons able to cover it up. 2.5 minutes to play in the second.
Yeah, St. Bonaventure looking to get a 2-goal lead here in the final 2.5 to go in the second period, as they have been. It's just been a much, much better period of hockey for St. Bonaventure, capitalizing on opportunities and just doing everything right and continuing to push the play. If it weren't for Craig Coons making the big saves, we might be having a very different discussion going into this third period. But as it stands, it's a 1-goal St. Bonaventure lead.
I think you can sum up the Bonaventure domination in this period with one stat. 10-2 shots on goal in their favor in this second period. 10 of those of those 10 St. Bonaventure shots, 2 have crossed the goal line, giving them their lead.
That's how you win a period. That's how you draw it up in the locker room. That is the formula. So far, so good.
We are approaching the 2-minute mark of this second period. Once again, the winner of this game advances to tomorrow's championship and a date with Binghamton. Shot sent on net from neutral ice by Wall. Coons sticks it aside, but the Bonnies are trying to set up one more chance. Alec Dubinsky, he's got Kernitz all over him. Picked up by Joe Labruto at the red line. He dumps it in to the far side. Marsh is there first. Labruto taps it away from him. Joe Labruto turns and fires a shot. Just the third shot of the period.
And handcuffed Karolewski a little bit too. He had to be ready for that. It was pretty much at the logo through traffic, kind of between his glove and his blocker, was able to hold on to it as UB. They were vulturing around for a rebound because a minute 33 is enough time to get back into it.
1:33 left in this second period, and second period coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniform bags and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com. 90 seconds on the dot to play in period number 2. There's a battle in front of the Bulls bench. Here comes Robertson moving in on the far dot.
Great D.
Great D by Penrose, shutting that rush down, at least momentarily. Now Hughes down low. Robertson avoids the hit. Muhammad Ali down there ends up with a shot from the point that gets blocked aside.
Yeah, definitely floated like a butterfly. Let's see if St. Bonaventure can sting like a bee here in the last minute of the period.
Martyr tries to play it out. Everett got tied up. Back into the play. Everett goes down. Loose puck at the top of the UB zone. Martyr finally plays it out. 53 seconds to go. Coons out of his net to settle that loose puck down. Bonaventure gets a couple of substitutions. Martyr taking his time, trying to move it out. Backhand off target by Everett, and the Bonnies dump it in again off the boards. Penrose down there. Takes a big hit from Menz. Looping around down low is Schlager.
Oh, what a pass.
Slot. Chavetta had a gorgeous opportunity if he could reel that one in.
I think he was about to shoot that before he had the puck, and he handcuffed himself.
And then Litwin right back the other way for UB, loses it, moving in on the goaltender inside of 20 seconds. Penrose at the red line, dumps it in, no icing. Brown down low, 10 seconds in the period. Litwin still on the ice, plays it around the far side. Hector Vargas moves into the corner, throws a backhand on net from a tight angle.
Ooh.
And that will just about do it as one shot at the buzzer. Another save by Karaleski. That will do it for period number 2. St. Bonaventure dominated that second frame. 2 goals in that period to take the lead 3-2.
Yeah, and UB, though, getting frantic at the end there, getting some opportunities, as that hit by Litwin to Miles Brown really wasn't for nothing, as right after that, Brown kind of looked to react to the hit, and then a shot came out of nowhere. Luckily, Karaleski was on his toes right there and makes the save and keeps it a 3-2 St. Bonaventure lead. But yeah, Bonaventure came out swinging in that period, and they dominated. Shots 12-5 in favor of the Bonnies in that period, getting 2 goals and getting their lead back. So UB, I mean, it's nowhere near insurmountable. They're fine here, but they got to have a better period, because if they get outshot like that again, this Bonaventure team, nothing's impossible, but they're very difficult for anybody to beat if they have a period, if you allow them to do that to you in a period.
So Miles Brown and Tyler Kelly both scored in that second period, allowing St. Bonaventure to retake a lead. And I think this third period is going to be something. I'm quite excited for it. We'll be back in about 11 minutes here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Don't go anywhere.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
right, hockey fans, welcome back to the Nickel City Hockey Network for the third period of this UNYCHL semifinal matchup between St. Bonaventure and Buffalo. I'm Ryan Tantello up here in the 412 Communications broadcast booth at the Dwyer Arena alongside color commentator Sean McHugh, producer Aaron Alpern, and camera operator Jeff Jezrowski. Bonaventure leads 3-2 after 2 second-period goals to give them the lead.
And it was a really dominant period by St. Bonaventure, outshooting UB 12-5 and having a decided edge in the man advantage department as well. If it weren't for Craig Coons making 2 or 3 big-time saves, we might be having a different discussion right now, especially one of the kick saves he made, knocking the puck to the side on a drive by Tulo.
Hunter Oliver taking the draw against Owen Hughes. Bonnie's win control, carrying it up is Robertson. Michael Robertson moving in on Coons. He fires a shot. Puck loose in the crease. Coons made the initial save and then batted the loose puck out. Bonaventure still on the attack, tried to fire one through. The Bulls finally get it out. Moving up quickly with speed is Leon Litwin. Tried to get by the defender, but Miles Brown making a nice defensive play to cut that rush off.
I feel like that's the 8th time we've said that today, Ryan. Great defensive play by Miles Brown.
At least the 8th time. And Brown also scored that second Bonaventure goal on the power play early in that second period. Really one of the bigger plays that helped swing the momentum back in their direction. Now I believe a penalty coming against Hunter Oliver.
Oh, that was a late. I mean, it was a late call, but he's going to get it. I mean, Marsh let him know by not giving him a stick back either. That's one thing I will say about this Bonaventure team. They really know how to just do that little subtle. Either they'll say something to you or they'll do something that'll just make you mad. This isn't a diss. It's strategic. They know how to play the psychological game, yes. And they usually, not always, but they usually can stay within the lines where they can just get you to lose judgment. But either way, it's a Bonaventure power play early in the third period.
Another Bonaventure power play. They practically spent half of the second period with a man advantage, and they're right back to it a minute into the third. Here's Menz out top.
Oh, UB's playing with fire right now if they're going to keep doing this too.
UB's playing very aggressive. Jake Spina eventually took the shot, and Coons made the save.
Jake Spina, a player who's very known for his practice habits. He's an outstandingly hard worker in practice, and that is why he does get a lot of the ice time and power play minutes, getting the shot on goal right there. Look for Spina to provide the energy and maybe drive some offense for St. Bonaventure.
Here's Clouden out top. He tried to take a shot, but it's sent out of play off the stick of Pat Brady. And we get a quick stoppage. Third period action on the Nickel City Hockey Network brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease, office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust Militello Realty. Bonaventure wins the draw again on this power play. 30 seconds gone on the penalty against UB's Hunter Oliver. It's Schlager out top to Menz. Now far side, Spina. Mentioned him. Tried to do a spinning pass to Clouden. Clouden gets there eventually along the near boards, but couldn't play it to any of his teammates, so the Bulls get the kill.
I love that idea on the penalty kill. Just fire a missile at the goaltender and hope some Vesatoskala reincarnation can appear for a cheap one. I don't think you're going to get that on Karolewski. He's outstanding, but the effort, I back it.
And here's more effort by the Bulls. Short-handed. Really aggressive in the Bonaventure zone, but the Bonnies do eventually break the pressure. Here's Brown.
And you can tell the respect he has. Look at how they're backing off him because of what he can do with his feet.
Now carried down low by Mego. Gives it to Hughes. Brown out top. Fires a shot, gloved by Craig Coons.
Yeah, that time he saw it all the way, and that's big right there because St. Bonaventure did a great job in the second period, a lot of creating traffic in front of the goaltender. Both teams have been doing a great job of that. Miles Brown looking to recreate a shot from his goal in the second period. That time the goaltender Coons had a good look at it, but Bonaventure, going back years, one thing this team has always been excellent at, among many other things, their defensemen are very, very, very effective at getting those shots through traffic on net. That is how rebounds, deflections, and those dirty Barry Melrose favorite goals happen, and that's how about 80% of the goals are scored at this level.
10 seconds to go on this man advantage. Here's Brown again. He fires a shot again through traffic, wide that time.
Well, you can't get them all.
5 seconds to go on the Bonaventure power play. And the Bulls get one more clear of the length of the ice. Oliver's out of the box, back to even strength. Here's Brown still on the ice after playing a large part of that power play shift. He turns it over to McCulloch and chipped in by Bevenu to the corner. He's going to meet Chavetta there. McCulloch wraps it around to Bevenu. For Buffalo trying to set some offense up, 5-on-5. Cross ice, Pauly. Pad save made by Karaleski. And up close, Bevenu tried to tap one home. Karaleski makes another save, and the clock stops.
Yeah, and so UB doing a nice job on this rush at 5-on-5 after doing a great job killing that penalty, tilting the ice back, trying to tilt the ice back into the Bonaventure zone down one, trying to recreate a little of what they had some success with in the first period when they had that 7-minute stretch where they were dominant. Haven't seen a lot of that since, but looking for them to get back there because they were able to get 2 goals in quick succession that way.
Big hit in front of the Bonaventure bench. They move it through neutral ice into the UB zone. Buffalo able to break the pressure momentarily. Bodies flying everywhere in neutral ice. Finally scooped up by Bevenu. He stops, starts, fires the shot, and Karaleski makes the save.
Definitely a good play to shoot here on Karaleski. Just play the law of averages. But we do have a penalty here as UB is going to get a chance on the power play as it's Nathan Sobko heading to the box. So that's what UB could have used. I mean, they're certainly not going to complain about this. The door is now open for them. Now it is on them to kick it in and get this thing tied. The UB power play has proven fruitful for them at one point in this game. Let's see if they can do it again. They have not as fresh ice, but it is drier, so this shouldn't have to deal with, wet ice being another defenseman here on this penalty kill, but Tyler Kelly is going to try and do something about that.
And here he is chasing down that puck. He's going to get there first, shorthanded for Bonaventure. Tyler Kelly in the corner, bumped off the puck by UB defenseman Nick Pauly, who's going to carry it up with possession. Dumps it in. Buffalo going to try and set up the power play from down low. Kelly again involved in the play, but Pauly's going to control it. Ben Weingart, the defenseman, decides to shoot, and Karaleski makes a save. He saw it all the way.
And that's another case right there. UB on the power play especially, usually trying to have traffic in front right there. That time Bonaventure doing a great job of keeping the box tight and keeping everything to the outside, so their goaltender got a perfect look at that. Karaleski saw that off the tape and straight into the glove. He's rarely, if ever, going to misplay one of those.
Tommy McCarron scored that second goal for UB on the power play. He gets it right back in that same spot.
Power play's over.
And a missed opportunity for UB.
Wait. Oh, no, excuse me. I saw men skating towards the bench, but they got interference on the Bulls as it is going to be. We're going to see here. Looks like it's Nick Pauly, the guilty party, going to the box here, and about 34 seconds in, UB's power play goes by the wayside. So now what we do get here is 4-on-4 with these two teams, and these two teams can skate. So this could be a fun 86 seconds. UB can work with this, but they got to make sure they're aware of the clock because they're going to be shorthanded. And not only that, there's going to be a player coming out of the box, and they can't get caught as Bonaventure has been trying, not all night, but sporadically to hit that stretch pass. There's no better time to try that than when someone's coming clean out of the box.
Yeah, the play style of both of these teams, I think, really translates well to 4-on-4. They play so quickly. They like to get out and move in transition. So a 4-on-4, it's really just going to be a matter of who plays this period of time smarter. And then, like you said, there's going to be a 34-second Bonaventure power play at the end of all this. So UB's got to be aware of where they are in that time. Transitioning from 4-on-4 to penalty kill.
UB's got enough time right here to try and work something, but St. Bonaventure also is not going to be afraid of their speed. They're going to try to utilize their own as well. So this is actually a bit of a strength on strength that, we might not have seen this at all today.
Yeah, certainly strength on strength. We'll see who can get one across. UB looking to tie, Bonaventure looking to take their largest lead. Here's Joe Labruto for UB. Out top, McCarron moving in, fires it wide, and it's picked up by Schlager. Leaves it behind for Marsh. Now to Chavetta on the near side. Up ahead. Schlager gains the line. Defended well by Belt. Joe Labruto trying to get to that puck, but Chavetta's there. They tangle up. They both go down, and then scooping it up with speed. Nice move, but he goes down.
Nothing.
That was Menz moving in. Possibly taken down from behind, but no call.
I'm good letting it go here at this point in the game, Ryan.
Here comes McCarron now for the Bulls with some speed. Gets around the defender. Throws it in front. Backhand chance up close by Labruto. Loose, covered up by Karaleski, and the net comes off. And then after the play, Labruto delivers a hand to the upper body of a Bonaventure player. He went down pretty easily.
Mitchell Marsh did the David Leggio right there and just tore the net off the pegs as there was danger in front. I love the strategy. And then Labruto, I didn't see what happened right there. Labruto put somebody on the deck. I didn't know if he got hit first. I don't think a penalty got called. I think Labruto went, wait, did they get him? They did. They got Labruto.
Wow. Yeah, Labruto did deliver a little bit of a shot to the upper body or the face.
They got them both. They got them both, Ryan.
Is that Marsh they're calling back off?
We'll see. Oh, yeah.
Marsh trying to hide.
Marsh tried to leave the rink to get away with that penalty, and I don't blame him. And he's pleading his case right here, but the refs trying to keep control of the game while not trying to affect the outcome. I know at least one coach in this game might disagree with that statement, but yeah. So we're going to get 4-on-4 again, and the refs are now trying to do a job, are trying to keep the discipline so the hockey players can decide the outcome, not the officials.
And I think we saw that in the second period, too. There was one other time where we thought St. Bonaventure was going to head to the 5-on-3, but they ended up calling penalties against both teams, and Bonaventure remained in just a 5-on-4. A missed opportunity there. And then in this case, not quite the same scenario because the teams are at even strength right now, and they're just going to call it against both sides to keep it where we are. Like you said, let the hockey players decide the outcome.
Yep, and the refs are explaining to the captains. Jared Martyr is getting the explanation from the head official, who has drawn the ire of several parties today, be it coaches, players, or fans. But, you know, that's unfortunately what comes with the territory when you decide to be an official. I honestly think, you know, you can agree or disagree with some calls. I think the officiating has been pretty even on both sides today, Ryan. I mean, hasn't really affected the outcome of the game, considering it's a one-goal game. Oh, and the scorebox operator decided to do some trolling here with the Jeopardy theme song.
Finally back to action. It's turned over out top. Pat Brady moving in. He shoots. He scores! And he points to Jones.
And Jones looks right at the ref about it. Either way, Pat Brady, a beautiful play off the turnover. He's doing a lot. Yeah, they got him. I mean, Pat Brady went way overboard right there. He continued to taunt the Bonaventure players. Then he taunted the bench. Great goal by Pat Brady, but he got himself penalized because he decided to showboat.
Yeah, the excessive celebration for Brady definitely going to hit him there. He taunted the other team, went over to the stands. I mean, it's a huge goal, no doubt, for UB to tie it at 3.
You can't taunt the whole rink there, Ryan. He got away with it once. The ref was watching. Then when he did it again, you can't. I mean, the sportsmanship is part of this here. You can't be doing that. I know it's a huge goal, but that's a rough penalty for Brady to take right there. And honestly, the momentum you got from scoring, you kind of lose some of it now because now you got to kill a penalty.
Well, you got to kill 2 penalties, really. There's 6 seconds to go on this 4-on-4, then 35 seconds of 5-on-3. So Bonaventure.
It was the as he's going to the bench, the little direction skate bark towards the bench. I can imagine what he said is not something we can say here on Nickel City Hockey Network. Again, I'm not going to kill Pat Brady. This is an emotional game against a team you want to beat that's gotten you twice in 2 close games. He's a great player, made an outstanding play. I expect to see more of him, but you got to keep a level head right there. And also, Bonaventure, too, has to keep their heads level, too. They're towing the line. The refs have been doing a great job keeping this game under control, but both teams kind of have to settle down and worry about playing the game. And now, and it gets worse for UB because it's a 4-on-3 right now, and it's about to be a 5-on-3 in 6 seconds.
6
so
seconds. That
goal's great, but St. Bonaventure immediately gets an opportunity to get it right back, and basically without putting in the universe, UB's got to kill this.
5-on-3 for 30 seconds for St. Bonaventure. They have all the space in the world. Here's Robertson. Gives it to Mego on the far circle. Mego to Brown. Who else? Back to Mego. He's got some room to shoot. Nice play by Tula to block it. Mego gets his own rebound back. Fires it off target. 12 seconds on the 5-on-3. Down low, it's Hughes. To Mego. To Brown on the near side. Brown looking for a lane. Tulo's in front of him. Mego gets it and fires it wide. 5-on-4 now. There's a UB player coming out of the box a little bit late.
They're slow, and then they changed. That worked.
Tulo blocks the Brown shot. 110 on the Bonaventure power play. Robertson. All the time in the world. Mego looking for Hughes moving in. Couldn't handle the bouncing puck. 1 minute to go in the power play. Robertson swings it to the near side. Brown steps in, collides with Tulo. Hughes at the point. To Robertson along the boards. Robertson down low. Hughes along the boards. Tulo all over the place. The Bulls try and get the clear. Brown keeps it in at the line. 30 seconds to go on the power play for St. Bonaventure. Here's Miles Brown. Over to Mego. Off the boards to Hughes, moving in on the circle. His shot deflected into the glass, by Penrose. 20 seconds on the power play. Brown out top again. He fires a shot through some traffic. Deflected wide. Mego tries to take it to the slot. Tries to turn and shoot. It's blocked, picked off by the Bulls. Bevenue unable to get the clear, but the Bulls pick up the loose puck and send it through neutral ice and escape a very dangerous 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4 situation.
Yeah, Pat Brady better thank each and every one of those penalty killers individually right there. They just bailed him out big time.
So the Pat Brady goal to tie it at 3 ends up being a net positive for the Bulls despite the excessive celebration penalty.
Are you an accounting major?
I'm not. Here comes St. Bonaventure. Robertson tried to send it through the slot, but the Bulls are there on defense. Inside of 12 minutes, this game tied at 3. Back and forth action. Here's Nick Pauly up ahead to McCulloch. Dumps it in. Hector Vargas going to try and get there, but Chiavetta's first. McCulloch back down to Vargas. Chipped up into the air, settled down by Chiavetta. He moves it up ahead. Dumps and chases. Weingart's the closest goal. He delivers a hit to Chiavetta and plays the puck up to McCulloch. McCulloch, outlet pass to Velipek. Velipek carries it onside. He's got 2 Bonaventure defenders all around him. His pass is picked off by Clouden. Chiavetta along the red line. Diagonal dump in, and he'll head to the bench. Inside of 11 minutes to play in regulation. All tied at 3. Pass off the boards looking for Leon Litwin, but Miles Brown plays the angle and brings it behind his netminder. Schlager tries a high pass looking for Clouden. The referee gets in the way again of that Litwin entry pass.
Yeah, he does that.
Litwin gets it back, though, tries to play it in. That time, it's Jones getting in the way of the entry pass. Brown tries to settle the loose puck down. It makes its way to Sobko, who plays it through neutral ice. Jones. Deeper into the Bonaventure zone. Now it's O'Donohue along the near boards to Kernitz. Past him into the Bulls zone. And Jared Martyr settles it down as we approach the halfway point of the final period of play in this semifinal matchup. Will Bevenue in neutral ice. Couldn't make his move in time. Kernitz got there and sent it back for Craig Coons to play out of his net. Hummel tries to carry it up. Nice structured defense by St. Bonaventure. They were all in the right place to shut down that UB entry. And the Bonnies have possession. Pass out of the reach of Sobko. Martyr gets there, plays it to the near side. O'Donohue's going to step in, try and send a shot, but it's blocked. The Bulls try and chip it off the glass through neutral ice. O'Donohue's going to chase it down. Icing waved off. Thomas Wall. Long pass up ahead for Sobko, but it was bouncing over his stick. Sent in. Bevenue tried to play the entry. Both teams really struggling here to generate any sustained possession, as that's an icing by Bonaventure.
Yeah, after that UB goal and then subsequent penalty kill by the Bulls, power play for St. Bonaventure, it seems like there's a little bit of, not tentativeness, but kind of like that staring contest to see which team blinks first. And a lot of the stretch passes have been kind of backed off, and teams are playing structured right now because now teams, they're not afraid. Neither of these teams are afraid. I'm not going to disrespect either of these great hockey teams, but I think both teams are conscious, like, we can't make the last mistake here either.
Absolutely, and I think now's a good time to remind everybody the last 2 times these teams played, they both went to overtime. Bonaventure won both games 4-3 and 3-2. So this game has fit nearly the exact same mold as those previous 2 matchups between these teams.
And that is what we wanted, Ryan. That is what you want in these playoff games. Just the intensity and just a really final decision as to who really is the better team. We're going to get that at the end of this game.
We're going to get that. It's the biggest game of the season for both of these 2 teams so far. A chance to play for a championship tomorrow on the line. The Bonnies try and move it up. It's Spina over the line. He's got a couple UB defenders there. LaCursey bumps him off. Felser steps in for the loose puck. Felser sends a long outlet pass up to Brady. He chips it back.
That's how you break out. That's how you break out.
Nice entry by the Bulls, but
that's how you recover by Bonaventure.
Exactly. Marsh is right there for Bonaventure, as is Kelly. Belt tries to send it down low. Matt Tulo gets there first to Felser. Felser tries to throw it in front. No one home for the Bulls, and Chiavetta's going to pick it up.
That play is there. Like, UB is not done trying that far side stuff play. And I'm not trying to project anything, but I've seen a lot of big goals, one very recently in high school playoffs, scored on that exact play. That has, to quote Melrose again, it's the greasy, dirty, hard-working ones, and UB is going to that well a lot. It's a good idea because it's all about timing.
And I think UB knows that's how they're going to get that goal. That's the strategy they need if they want to win this game against a high-powered Bonaventure team that seems to have their number. They got to pull out all the stops. In the final 7.5 minutes to play here in this winner-go-home semifinal matchup. Marsh trying to move it up. It's picked off by McCulloch. McCulloch moves in, throws it through the slot.
They're not calling that in the crease. Never.
Vargas was knocked down. Definitely a size mismatch in front of Karaleski.
That never scares Hector Vargas from anything. If anything else, Hector Vargas identifies the biggest player on the ice and tries to take a run at him. That is just one of those players that, like that psycho hit me so I can get into the game kind of player, which you love to see and love to play with.
Hector Vargas had that first goal for UB earlier in this game.
Psycho is a compliment, by the way, in hockey.
It seems like ages ago in that first period. It was a tie game at 1. Both teams have traded blows since then, as there's a shot by Mego, gloved by Coons. The shot total now 32-25 in favor of St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, but the last few minutes, similar to how the first period went, has been going in the favor of UB, but we have a tie game, and Jordan Farnham's going to send out his RPG right here, this line, as there's just 3 forwards just that have absolute weapons of mass destruction on them. But here's a bad angle shot that handcuffs Karaleski right there.
Yeah, that was a huge face-off win for UB, and then Nick Pauley, off the draw, sent the long, lofty outlet pass for Jack Everett, who ended up winning control and taking the shot, really flipping the ice here. Like you said, Bonaventure was poised to set something up with their top line out there in the offensive zone, but a big draw there for the Bulls, and now the face-off coming in front of Karaleski.
One thing UB has done a great job of is they have kept this top line from destroying them, and that is something not a lot of teams can say they've done.
Here's Ben Weingart looking for a shot. Mego gets his stick on it, makes its way to Pauley. Weingart gets it back, tries to shoot again. It goes wide off the boards behind the goal line. Leon Litwin scoops up the loose puck. He gets it back. Weingart keeps it in, sends it to Hunter Oliver on the far side. It's going to be a battle in the corner. Jones gets there first. Chipped aside by Menz. Taken away by Menz. He moves up with a lot of speed. Menz moving in for a shot and a save made by Coons. That was a good look for St. Bonaventure with some speed.
Tyler Menz is a player definitely a lot of people should keep an eye on right here late in this game. He has the legs. He's had him going all day, and he has been a problem so far. Hasn't solved the goaltender Coons yet, but there's been a lot, almost half a dozen plays where Menz has just kind of put his head down and gone and created opportunities. Definitely one of the many players UB has to watch here.
Menz is still out there. He just won that face-off draw. Out for a shot by Marsh. We're inside of 6 minutes to play here in this game. All tied up at 3. Neither team has led by more than 1 goal in this game. Tommy McCarron with some dangerous but nifty stick handling in front of his goaltender.
That was brave because he didn't lose the puck. And only because he didn't lose the puck.
If it works, it works.
Hey, it's the playoffs. Do what you got to do. Just be aware. And he was, but I bet a lot of the blue and silver faithful here probably skipped a couple breaths when they saw that.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig Coons wasn't loving that, especially last night, the first Cornell goal. We saw kind of an unlucky bounce off of a UB player. I'm sure he was holding his breath there for a moment.
Probably like, am I really going to have to poke check my own guy here? Faceoff's coming out to center ice here, and yeah, we're inside 6 minutes, so it's not basically overtime, but we're pretty much getting to that point right here, Ryan.
I mean, especially because of how close this game has been, is there's a turnover, and a quick shot taken, a rip by McCarron goes wide.
I'm not joking or being funny. If McCarron starts hitting the net, he's going to bury another one because he is shooting the puck 100 miles an hour today.
He's had quite a few good looks, including his goal.
The goal was the one he didn't shoot 100 miles an hour.
The Happy Gilmore strength there on the shot.
Oh, be careful how you say that in this game. That could mean a lot of things as long as we need to make sure skates stay on people's feet.
Here he is again, McCarron. Settles it down, slows down, looks for an option.
What a bat. Ow.
He had Labruto moving in, but the net is knocked off by Marsh.
Marsh is really angry at that net. That is the third time he has skated straight into it and blown it off the pegs. I mean, that has to hurt. I back it. I love it. I mean, he's getting up and he's fine, but I mean, Mitchell, this is just this is great back checking by Mitchell Marsh. I am not making a joke. I mean, he's getting back really hard, but that is the second time this period he has back checked so hard he has launched the puck into the glass. I mean, the net into the glass.
And I think that's just a testament to the intensity that these two teams are playing with. They know how much is on the line here, especially late in this game. Any play could be the deciding play as there's a shot.
That got through Karolewski but went wide.
Martyr had a great opportunity to score there. Another shot deflected wide. Matt Tulo picks up the loose puck down low.
UB going back to what was working earlier. Point shots, traffic in front, chase down the rebounds.
Here's Matt Tulo, leaves it off for Pat Brady. Right now his goal is the biggest in the game, at least for UB.
You got to think he wants to do something good here to, kind of make amends for his mistake earlier.
He tried to take it to the slot but lost control. It's batted all the way down the ice, just wide of the post of Coons.
Oh, they waved it off.
No whistle.
I'm not sure why, but we're going to go here. I mean, UB doesn't seem bothered by it. They're flying into the zone.
Martyr with speed. Shoots, he scores!
Oh, my.
Jared Martyr gives the Bulls a 4-3 lead on a hero play. Top shelf beating Karolewski.
And there's your captain, Ryan. Jared Martyr. Again, the icing was waved off. Instead of arguing, the UB captain puts his head down, goes flying down the wing, and uncorks an absolute missile. Back bar, crossbar, post, down and in. 4:07 to go. The Bulls have St. Bonaventure on the ropes, and this finish just got tasty.
This game is outstanding.
Saved the best for last.
They really did, and both teams, I think, living up to the expectations as there's a quick shot by Brady. This game has lived up to the expectations. We knew it was going to be a heavyweight battle. UB looking for their first win over St. Bonaventure after 2 overtime losses this year. They have the lead within 4 minutes to play, 4 minutes away from a berth in the championship game. But I'm sure Bonaventure still has a lot to say about that. Owen Hughes knocked off the puck by Nick Pauly as we approach 3.5 minutes left.
And get used to this line because I think that they're going to take a shift. They're going to get a 30-second break, and they're going to come back out there. I think Jordan Farnham is going to lean on his Death Star here to try and blow up Alderaan to get this thing tied.
The Rebel Army.
Rebel Alliance.
The Rebel Alliance, sorry. By that analogy, UB holding on late. But I think it's going to take every bit of resolve that they have left to overcome a late push by Bonaventure, and we saw that in the other couple of matchups this year. UB led in both of those other losses to St. Bonaventure, and the Bonnies came back late, forced OT, and then won in overtime. But you know what? That was back in November.
Well, you're here.
Changed.
You're here now, so you get an opportunity to redeem yourself, but you got plenty of work to do. This 4 minutes is going to seem like,
Big hit delivered to Dylan Felser by Shavetta.
But he got it out. Took a hit, make a play. Oh, Bonaventure could have caught him changing, and they didn't right there. That might be a break for UB.
Bonaventure still putting a lot of pressure on 3 skaters in the UB zone, forechecking. The Bulls trying to clear it out. Litwin does. Shovels it up ahead to Everett, who carries it in. Brown is all over him.
That's where you want the puck, though, if you're UB, below the goal line.
Inside of 3 minutes, here's Miles Brown.
He's got the outside if he wants it.
Gains the zone, puck on his backhand, still with possession, but he's defended well by LaCourcy down low. Clouden in the corner, puck leaked out in front, dangerous play, but Everett able to get control, sends it off the boards all the way down the ice. And icing called with just over 2.5 minutes to play.
Oh, that's not the worst thing ever if you're UB. I mean, they're not going to be able to change, and you can see there are some tired Bulls out there. But again, if you're UB, I don't want to say get into survival mode, but you have to at all costs protect your net. And you know Bonaventure is going to throw everything, including theirs and the neighbor's kitchen sink, to try and get this thing tied.
And speaking of Bonaventure possibly pulling out stops with 2.5 minutes left, we'll keep an eye on Karolewski if he decides to head to the bench. Bonaventure putting pressure on 5-on-5. Mego's shot sticked out of play by Belt. Going to keep an eye on Karolewski.
Yeah, Karolewski, I would think within the next 40 seconds to a minute, he's going to head to the bench unless Bonaventure can get one here. And yeah, here they are. I mean, they're just going to keep them out there. It's going to be the big line of Hughes, Robertson, and Mego, and then it's going to be Brown and Aiden Jones on the point, so they've got offense galore. And I'd imagine you're going to see Tyler Kelly or Tyler Menz as the extra attacker if Bonaventure gets the goalie to the bench.
The Bulls control the puck off the faceoff. It's Martyr as of right now. He's the UB hero. He dumps it in. Martyr. Robertson all over him. Martyr turns it over. Mego was stepping in from the point with possession. Bouncing puck. Settled down by the Bulls. Here's Tommy McCarron. 2 minutes left in the game.
What a back check there by Robertson.
Robertson all over it. And Mego looping around. Tried to carry it through center ice. Hughes tapped it ahead.
You're perfectly fine with this if you're University of Buffalo.
The Bulls dump it in again right from the red line. It ends up on net. Karolewski leaves it off. The Bulls get a change. Marsh. Labruto steps in, dumps it, and we're going to have 90 seconds to play here in this game. UB hanging on to a 1-goal lead.
Dylan Felser doing the Lord's work for UB right there. Just don't take a penalty.
Tyler Menz has it poked away by Matt Tulo. Here's Felser, gives it up to Tulo.
This is the guy right here. This is the guy that can kill this if you get him the puck.
Schlager taps it ahead to Clouden. Clouden moving up. 2 Bulls in front of him. Net's empty for St. Bonaventure with 1:05. They get the extra skater. 1 minute. St. Bonaventure in the offensive zone. Their net's empty. Men's down low. Now Schlager. The Bulls play it out. Brown intercepts it at the point. Brown looks for a shot. Knocked down by Ben Weingart. Another defensive play by Weingart. Puck through the slot. Backdoor. Hughes was there.
Oh, and Hughes is not going to miss that a second time if he gets that opportunity.
Inside of 40 seconds now. Brown again. Clouden down low. Schlager. Out for a shot. Marsh couldn't get all of it and ends up on Coons. Coons covers it up. And we have a stoppage with 28 seconds.
Sticks coming up right here, and Tyler Menz knew exactly what he was doing there as we got a timeout called by Jordan Farnham as Bonaventure with 28.2 is going to draw up their last second play. If there's anything St. Bonaventure has hid from the UNYCHL and AAU with what they're going to do, now is the time to bring it out. As UB is 28 seconds away from a rematch of the 2020, right before the world got wrecked by COVID, UNYCHL title game, as they could get a rematch against UB, but there are 28 seconds and one of the most high-powered offenses in the country standing in their way of that. And if they have the perfect play, if they have the face-off play, if they have the annexation of Puerto Rico in their playbook, now is the time to pull it out.
Yeah, this is it. This is the last chance for St. Bonaventure, really. You don't know. This could be your last offensive zone draw of the UNYCHL season, so make it count. Set your players up. You know you're going to get your heavy hitters out there for St. Bonaventure. You see them, Hughes, Robertson, Mego, the guys that have been doing it all night for them. Brown on defense. And they have the extra skater. The net is empty for UB. Just hunker down. Get in front of your goaltender, Craig Coons. He's made 32 saves tonight. Do everything you can to help him.
I lost half of my bottom row of teeth blocking a shot in hockey, and it was in pickup. So these kids are wearing cages. They can block shots. As what do we got here is now teams are going back to the bench as another timeout as UB burns their timeout now. So the chess match within the chess match is now occurring as now UB got a look. They pulled the Sean McDermott as the offense calls timeout. They come out in formation, and then McD with his clapping hands calls timeout to match. Hey, you got your timeouts, burn them. What are you saving them for? You don't get to roll them over into your next game.
Exactly, right. You might as well make sure everybody's on the same page here. Give your goaltender a minute to breathe. This second timeout in the third period brought to you by the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, business, and life insurance, providing peace of mind for Western New Yorkers for over 35 years. 4-3 Buffalo, 28.2 seconds left to play in this semifinal matchup. 28.2 seconds away from a date with the Binghamton Bearcats. We'll have an offensive zone faceoff for the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Their net is empty. Tyler Menz will take the draw for the gray and brown. He wins it.
But
does
the puck
he? Leaks the zone.
He won the faceoff, but at what cost?
Here comes Bevenue for UB.
There it is.
Backhand shot, scores! And UB will advance to the UNYCHL championship game.
They did it, Ryan. The UB Bulls, they slayed the dragon. They conquered the beast. Finally, a team in Buffalo beats the equivalent of the Chiefs, and they send St. Bonaventure home after having them on the ropes twice this season. In the game that matters, the Bulls get it done. And St. Bonaventure, their season's not done yet, but you got to think this one stings a little bit. They had it twice, but UB came out with a third period, got it tied, survived a bad mistake, got the lead. Barring something unbelievable happening, UB is going to get a rematch with the Binghamton Bearcats tomorrow here at Dwyer Arena for the UNYCHL Division I title.
And for UB, a team in St. Bonaventure that they lost to twice this season in overtime, heartbreaking fashion. In the third matchup, the one that counted the most here in this semifinal game, the Bulls will walk away with a 5-3 victory.
And look at this celebration from UB. You can tell this mattered to those guys. This is a good team. This isn't like some team that doesn't win a whole lot, beating a team they shouldn't beat. You can tell they did not like how they played Bonaventure. They did not like playing it so close. And also, UB's got to be feeling good, as the last time they faced Binghamton on February 3rd, it was a 5-1 Bulls win. So you slay St. Bonaventure. Nobody in their right mind is going to go into a matchup against Binghamton with any level of cockiness or arrogance, but something to build on, something to have confidence for, something to give you that energy on your third of a back-to-back. This is it, as the Bulls slay the Dragon finally, and they're going to get a date with the Binghamton Bearcats for all the marbles.
I personally can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be a thriller. This game was a thriller. We saw Binghamton defeat Cortland earlier this evening to advance to this championship game. So it'll be UB versus Binghamton tomorrow. And, for UB pulling off the upset here against St. Bonaventure, yes, it's worth a celebration, but I'm sure that they're still more than ready to go again tomorrow.
I bet that celebration ends as soon as the clock strikes midnight, and their focus immediately goes to a team that is not going to make life any easier than St. Bonaventure did. If anything, they're going to get a team that's played a game, but is going to be a little more fresh than they are. A lot to look at. But going to Coons for the second night in a row proved to be the right play, Ryan, because that was something to talk about. Do they go to O'Donnell, or do they ride the hot hand? Well, they rode the hot hand, and that paid off today because Coons was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point, Sean. Head coach Cody Felser told me before the game that it's Craig Coons' crease until he loses it. He's won 2 games for them this weekend. He made 32 saves here tonight, and I think he's going to go again tomorrow against Binghamton. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a great matchup again tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning into the Nickel City Hockey Network all weekend. We've had 4 outstanding games yesterday and today. Tomorrow's championship game, I'm sure, will only add to that lore for the whole Nickel City crew. I'm Ryan Tantello, alongside Sean McHugh, Aaron Alpern, and camera operator Jeff Jazarowski. Thank you so much for tuning into the UNYCHL Playoffs. We will see you tomorrow for the championship game.